got out nice and early today for a hike in the cove. I'm on a time limit today. I'm going to try something different. I'm doing, for those of you who have watched me do the Lake Cahuilla, the Cove to Lake Cahuilla hike, I did that last year, I think now, maybe earlier this year, but it was only 3 miles one way. This time, I'm going to do an out and back. So it's roughly over 3 miles one way, I believe. So out and back is about 6 miles. So what I'm trying to do is hit a 2 mile per hour pace, filming. So that would put me at 3 hours. So it's about 7:30ish now. So that means I should be back to my car by 10:30. 8, 9, 10, I have to count on my fingers. So that's the goal. And I will film during the way. Not a ton, but enough to have a nice video for you guys and document it. So yay, it was nice and cool this morning. The sun's still on the other side of that ridge line. But at some point I'm going to be straight into it, and I didn't bring my sunglasses today. That was an oops. Oh well. I've got the wider brim hat, so that will help a little bit. But good times. Sunrise over the Quinta Cove. Oops. Getting notifications of a picture I just put up on Facebook. Sorry about that. There's one reason why I don't put music to my hikes. One, because I'm not good at it. Two, in ways I think it detracts from the hike. And I know that if you pick the right music at the right level, it can enhance watching somebody hike. But I do find that it takes me out of the experience of hiking. Wait for these things to actually blossom. Don't touch. I've got a very, very small one in my front yard. Not even close to being as big as this thing. Ocotillo. So I came up and around this corner, and I'm like, I was so excited to show you something, and I thought I was recording, and I was not. Oh my gosh. So I believe you can still see it, yes. Do you see that little shine? Blood ball fire. That is a Salton Sea. It's so neat that you can see it from here, but I know it's a massive body of water. And there's people down there. And they didn't pass me, so they're either going extremely slow or I'm improving on my pace. It's not a race, but I am trying to work on improving my pace before the PCT in the spring. So far, so good. This is going to do wonders for my ego if I pass them. Oh man, they turned around before I could catch them. They stopped, like, I don't know if this is considered the midway point or not. It's close to it, so they probably went 1 3/4 of a mile and then they turned around. Darn it. It's not a competition. I'm not the fastest hiker, mind you, but it's nice when you can actually pass somebody. Maybe I am a little bit competitive, but that's not what it's about. Ooh, right. Oh, it's starting to warm up a little bit, but still not too bad right now. Not too bad. I'd say it's in the 70s. It's not too bad. All right, made it down to the other side, which is basically a wash. And parts of it is pure sand, which is not fun to hike on, but, you know, it is what it is. And then I had to come down. There's a lady coming down. It's actually steeper than it looks. I had to come down that. Coming down, not too bad. Going back up is going to suck. Oh. I just missed taking a shot of this beautiful dragonfly, but he was too fast for me. An oasis in the middle of the desert. Now there's a golf course, private of course, there's tons of them out here, right there. But they want to make sure you stay on the trail. You know what? If I was desperate for water, I would ignore that. Trail is up that way. Oh, there's actual golfers out. Yep. Nah, not a yogi situation though. I brought about my usual overkill for water. I brought like 3 liters of water, 2.5, 3 liters of water for a 6-mile hike. And it's only like around 70-ish right now. I guess it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Problem is that water is heavy. Right now I just have a hydration pack, so it's not that heavy, but with a full backpack full of gear and food, yeah. Here we go. That's a good view. So we came around the corner and I saw the top of this. I'm like, what? This is new. This was not here last year. I'm assuming it's maybe belongs to the golf course. Who knows? But it's pretty. It's pretty small. It's like the size of a pony. Hello. No plaque. It was really pretty. I just realized, no wonder it's small. That has to be super heavy. And to schlep that up from wherever you're coming from, had to be a lot of work. I imagine they can drive a car right up to there, but still. Whew. So I'm almost done. I just have to basically drop down and then go around that little corner, and then that's the end of the trail. But I wanted to show you guys something. There's something called the Buhoff that I took part of last year, and I want to show you how long this thing is. See that wash area right there? It basically comes out there and skirts this like housing complex / golf course, and it's there. But that thing goes way back behind that hill, behind these hills. Not quite as far as back there, I don't believe, but behind all these, behind all that, and see that big mountain out there? That's in the cove. I believe it's on this side, our side of it, but it basically goes in there in a pass and just climbs and climbs and climbs and just goes all the way around. As for how far it is, yeah, I off the top of my head, I can't remember, but I would say 8 to 10 miles one way. I'd like to try that before the hike next spring. We shall see. It is definitely on the bucket list. But I would need a shuttle pickup for that one. Unless I'm going to camp out, but probably not. Anyway, so let's finish this part and head back. And so far, so good on the pace. I'm definitely doing 2 miles an hour, maybe a little bit more. But it's going to warm up even more, so I'll probably slow down. Alright, see you on the flip side. Pretty much from here on out. I'm on the way back, by the way. Say goodbye to any kind of shade. For the entire rest of the way back. I might catch something on the other side of that bridge, but I'll hold my breath. Oh joy, at least the sun's at my back now and not blinding me. So I found out another thing about this trail that is bad on the way back. I didn't think the wash was too bad in the sand going down, going towards Lake Cahuilla. It's because it's downhill, very slightly, but you don't realize it until you start coming back up. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Oh, I have some, I guess it's bad news. So, if you followed me since the beginning, July of last year, you saw that I lost like 37 pounds. My goal was 30, I reached 37 because I wanted to lose at least my pack weight with some food and water. And I did that. And I successfully kept it off. I think when I'm active, I can keep it off. But I mean, when I twisted my ankle and I was sedentary for a few weeks, that, and I think when I watch other people's vlogs, and they talk about food all the time, I'm like, oh, I must eat more. And I have a horrible sweet tooth. I mean, really bad sweet tooth. So I've gained like 10 of it back, which is bad. So I'm hoping to lose at least 3 back before April. And then we'll be good to go. The key with me is just staying active and hiking. And as long as I can do that, I can maintain and lose. Because I just have that bad sweet tooth, you know. And believe me, if you've ever struggled with weight, you know what I'm talking about. So I still fit into everything, but I gotta watch it. Otherwise I won't come April. But my goal is to lose at least 3 pounds, and then I'll be back down to minus 30 by the time I step off. And I tell you, walking up sandy washes uphill will do it. Whew. I'm almost back to the ridge line. I'll start climbing up and then drop back down to the cove, but I would love some shade about now. Let me clarify too, the 10 pounds came from March and onward, so it's been gradual, but the being laid up for a few weeks because the ankle didn't help. And one of my reasons for hiking the PCT is hiking for weight loss, hiking for health. It isn't the main reason, but it is one of the major reasons. I know I stress about it. I'm like, oh, am I going to lose enough weight to go? I know the trail will beat you into shape the first 2 weeks, the first month. But I'm hoping to make it a little bit easier on myself, you know? And the weight loss will come no matter what on the trail. Just because calories in, calories out, and you're burning a lot of calories. Whew. Here comes the steep portion. So I'm almost to the top of the ridge. It's like, it's that, and I believe that one. And then it starts undulating until you hit over there, and then it will be mostly down. It will be downhill from there. I just, I didn't want to look like a bonehead talking to myself. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I've been going uphill for the last couple of miles, and that last was pretty steep. And it's getting warm now. Now it's about 80. And I'm like, you get wobbly, and I didn't quite start seeing spots, but I'm like, it's time to sit down and rest. I recognize those signs. It usually happens on hot days and uphills. So I'm taking a break, and there's a slight breeze, which is nice. Probably I'll snack a little bit, and then conquer the last, there's only like maybe 100 more feet uphill, and then get going. I'm not sure how this is going to impact my time, but I'll let you know at the end of the hike. I apologize for the wind. The wind certainly has picked up. I'm officially at the point where if I was done, I'd be at 2 miles an hour. So I'm close, because that's the road right there, and then the parking lot's right around this edge. So, meh. What is it going to be, 5 minutes over? Maybe 10? Close, so close. I settled on a compromise. It took me about 7 minutes to get back to the parking lot. Whew. Man. That got hot at the end. That was a test. It's the first time I've tested myself since being up on the tram and hiking a lot up there during the summertime. It was overdue. I needed to get back out and really push the miles. So that went okay. I finished like 7 minutes after the mark where it would be 2 miles an hour. And this was stopping and filming, so I guess that's okay. And technically, I guess you could say if I hadn't have stopped for that break, I would have made it, but I wouldn't have made it because I would have face planted at some point. So I needed to sit down at that point. Anyways, now I'm in a nice air-conditioned car enjoying the AC blowing on me, and it's time to head home and get this edited. Oh man. A little bit about next week. I've hiked at the Whitewater Preserve before, but they're doing a ranger-led ridge walk. It starts along the PCT after you get past the preserve and goes up along the ridge, and then it's like 3.5 miles. But I know that segment of the PCT that they're taking it southbound, and it's really steep. If you watch where I did the section hike from the I-10 into Whitewater, it's the part with the steep switchbacks down, and we're going to be going up it. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. It's a good practice, and I love hiking up there. So, and I've never been on a ranger-led hike, so it'll be interesting. And yes, I will tape. I don't know how much because, well, I'll tape, but I don't know how much I'll talk, which some of you might like because I know I talk a lot. All right, if you like what you see, throw me a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so for future videos. And I will see you next week. All right, you guys have a great rest of the week, and don't forget to vote. It's important. All right, have a good one.